start tonight, and it is an interesting NBA final. It's Dallas, who nobody expected to be there this year, and it's the Boston Celtics, who basically it was championship or bust from the beginning of the season. And you have two totally separate things. Dallas is playing red hot. Okay, they kind of came out of nowhere, out of the West. The East went a little bit as predicted. You know, everybody saw the Celtics. They were going to, everything else was kind of interesting in the East, but you saw at the end of it that the Celtics were probably going to come out of the East and play in the finals. So all the pressure is on Boston. They have the home court. They have game one tonight. ABC, 8:30 is the tip-off. Mike Breen and then the whole crew there will be doing the game. So Boston had 64 wins in the regular season. 50 wins for the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks 50 wins matches the Knicks, right? So they both had 50-win seasons. Dallas worked their way through the West, got here, and listen, they played well. Luka has been the best player in the whole tournament as far as the playoffs go. Luka's dominated the game. Kyrie Irving has had like a reborn season. He's kind of just shut his mouth and played basketball. And when Kyrie shuts his mouth and he lets his basketball do the talking, he's a hell of a player. He's an all-time great. And this year is what we're seeing. Now, he's been to the finals before, of course, with the Cavs and with the Celtics. And this is his return to Boston and everything like that. He's kind of the backstory, which is what you want Kyrie to be. He's a great player, an all-time great player, but he's just in the background. Luka's the star. Okay, the story in game one tonight is Porzingis. Porzingis back in the lineup after he went out, I believe it was the first game one or game two of the first round. He hurt his calf, and now he's back. He says he's not at 100%. He says he is playing through pain, so that's going to be interesting to watch. And listen, if the Celtics can get anything out of Porzingis, they're going to be tough to beat in this series because they are a better team. The Celtics are a better team. I wouldn't say they're better coached because Jason Kidd has turned into a very good NBA head coach, but they're a deeper team. And there's just so many places for them to attack, especially if they can pull the bigs off the rim, away from the rim for Dallas. Then there's really no way they could stop them. The Celtics drive to the hoop. You're going to have Tatum. You have White, who's averaging 15 points. He's played very well at the point position. You have Drew Holiday, who's also had a big series, and he could be the MVP, right? I could see a situation, a universe where Drew Holiday has 2 games where he hits 7 or 8 threes, and he makes his way into the MVP. Because they're going to try and Dallas is going to try and shut down Tatum, and they're going to do everything they can to shut down Tatum and Porzingis. They don't know if Porzingis is effective. Now they're going to have to try and shut him down too. Tonight you're going to go with the let Porzingis beat us. But the Celtics are so much deeper than Dallas, and Kyrie and Luka are basically what the Mavericks have. They've gotten on their back and they've ridden them all the way to the NBA Finals, and now the question is, can they finish them? Is Luka and Kyrie, is that duo that great that they could beat the Celtics time? Because it just feels like it's Tatum's time. It feels like the Celtics team is ready to raise their 18th batter, go back in the lead ahead of the Lakers. So a lot going on. It all starts tonight, ABC 8:30, game one of the NBA Finals. It's been a fun NBA playoffs. Right, the conference finals were there was a lot left to be desired with the conference finals. They were not very good. You had a sweep, and then you had one end in 5 games. And for the Knicks fans, I don't think it would have been any better if the Knicks were there. I think the Knicks probably would have got swept as well, especially with Brunson going out, and they were all down. They were all banged up. Indiana really had no business being there, but they got there, and now they got swept away. They got beat by just a better team, an all around. A better team in the Celtics, and that's what I think we have here. And I think the luck runs out for Dallas. I'm going to pick Celtics in 6. And it wouldn't be shocked me if Dallas somehow came out and won tonight. Whether they win or not tonight, I still think the Celtics in 6. I know the sexy pick is Dallas. Everybody's on Dallas and Kyrie, and Luka's the best player in the world. Luka's not the best player in the world. Because there's a guy over in Denver who is better than Luka. Luka's right there. He's a top 3 or 4 player in this league, but he's not the best. He's not. So Kyrie is an all-time point guard. He's good. This is a season that, everybody wanted to see in Brooklyn. And he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He couldn't stay out of the social issues in New York City, and he got himself into trouble. And that whole thing fell apart. We know how that went. He came to Dallas. He has really just put his head down and played basketball. And when that happens, he's a great player. And he's better on the defensive end. He's markedly improved his defensive play. He does the chop down with the hand when the guy's coming up for a shot, or when the guy's dribbling to the hoop. He's turned the ball over a ton of times. I shouldn't say that. He's forced a bunch of turnovers. He's been one of their best defenders, Dallas's. He's played excellent in the postseason. He's distributed the ball. He's hit his shots. And if that happens, and if Luka goes off for a couple games, maybe they win 2 or 3 games. Maybe they force it to a 7th game. But even if it gets there, I can't see Dallas winning a 7th game in Boston. I can't see it happening. I think Boston's just too strong. They're too deep. They go too deep on the bench. They're just better all around. Now, Joe Mazzulla, he's going for his first NBA title. Jason Kidd is going for his first as a coach. And, you got Mark Cuban, and he's selling the team and everything going on there in Dallas. It should be a good series. I do think Boston wins. I think Boston wins in 6. I just think they're the best team. And especially in the NBA, when you play a 7-game series, most of the time, not always, of course, most of the time, the better team will come out on top and win, barring some, catastrophic injury or something like that. Tonight, of course, you want to watch Porzingis. This is going to tell you a lot about the series, I think. If Porzingis is effective and he's hitting his shots and he's really able to put pressure on that calf and play real well, then this series could be over in 5. I think they're that much better than Dallas. I do. And it's not really saying anything against Dallas. It's just the Celtics were the best team all year. They won 64 games. Dallas at 50-32 had a nice season. That's a good season. But 64 is another level. And that's what the Celtics did. And they have the history. They're going for their 18th title. And they're trying to surpass the Lakers. And speaking of the Lakers are starting new. Word was for the past 2 weeks that J.J. Redick was going to get the job to coach the Lakers, which is like the Cowboys or the manager of the Yankees. It's one of those 3, 4, 5 jobs in sports in America that is an it job, and the Lakers is an it job. And it looked like J.J. Redick was going to get it, and I was shocked that they were going to give it to J.J. Redick. But it looked, all signs indicated, he was even out there. He was dancing around the topic, but he was telling you without telling you on his podcast and on ESPN that he was going to get the job. And then last night, Adrian Wojnarowski comes out and he says, no. It was never J.J. Redick. The whole time it was Danny Hurley. They've been flirting with Danny Hurley since they fired their coach. They are in serious contract negotiations. They are making a big play for Hurley. And Hurley has said in the past that he wants to coach in the NBA. He has said that he's done everything he could do at college. College is not what it used to be. It's now a tough job. Your whole team is a free agent every single year, so you have to fight to keep them around. You don't have the money, so you got to get the money from other places. It's a disaster coaching college. Because if you remember, they had the Lakers tried to get Krzyzewski about 15 years ago. Like in the heart of the being Krzyzewski at Duke, he turned them down. And now the Lakers, you don't turn the Lakers job down. Just like you don't turn the Cowboys or the Yankees job down. He turned them down because in college, it's your program. You run it. They're amateurs. They weren't getting paid. They were college kids. Now they're getting paid. Now they can go somewhere else. Now, you don't like this coach? You're not going to play me here? I'll go somewhere else. They used to have to sit out a year. It's not like that in a year. You're dealing with 12 or 13 free agents every single year. And Hurley going for 3 in a row this year. He's won back-to-back at UConn. He was going for 3 in a row. And now it looks like he's not even going to get a chance. because it looks like he's going to go to the Lakers, and good for him. It's a legendary basketball family. His father is one of only 2 high school coaches to ever be inducted into the National Basketball Hall of Fame. His brother, Bobby, of course, played for Duke on the great Krzyzewski teams with Grant Hill and Leitner. He went on to coach himself, and now Danny, the most successful coach in the family. Back-to-back championships at UConn. They have seamlessly gone from Calhoun to Hurley, and now it's big ramifications all over the basketball world if this happens. Because you got UConn job opened up. They're back-to-back national championships. That's going to be an open job. You got the Lakers with Danny Hurley, first-time NBA coach, all-time college coach. You got LeBron turning 40. You got do they draft Bronny? The deal is said to be a long-time deal. We'll see what they do, but very, very interesting stuff going on outside the finals. But the finals, of course, the big story. And tonight it gets started. Game 1, it's the Boston Celtics hosting the Dallas Mavericks. ABC 8:30. Mike Breen has the call for you. Celtics and Mavericks. Game 1 tonight. Enjoy it, everybody. We'll be with you later this week. Brett will be back this weekend. He should be back this weekend. I know I said it last weekend, but he should be back this weekend. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Every little bit helps. Visit our website, lockedupsports.net. Lockedupsports.net. I'll talk to you later, everybody. I'm Bob Walters. See ya.